Most people use ChatGPT to create one image and stop there. But what if you could turn the same image into an exploded view, an x-ray, a blueprint, handwritten note, a sticky note, and more? Let me show you this simple ChatGPT visual prompt shortcut. Well, to start, you have to open your ChatGPT, and I'm going to be using some prompts, but if you already have, well, I'll be starting with an exploded view. If you have something you want to show an exploded view of it, you can download that and upload it, or you can ask it to create it, then ask it for the exploded view of that. I'll get this from my download, and the image I have here is the image of a car, and I'm going to use this prompt because I want an exploded view of this car. I'm going to paste it here and ask it to do that. So the prompt is, using the attached image as reference, create an exploded view illustration of the car. Separate the major components in logical order, keep them aligned, and use a clean natural background. Let's see what it's going to do with this image that I've given it to. Wow, there you have it. This is exploded view of a car. Now, what can you do with this? There are so many things you can do with this thing. You can have the original image, which is the one I uploaded, and have like a final image, like the exploded view. You can add this to your video generator, maybe Higgsfield, and you can ask it to create a video using the start and the finish, and it's going to show an animation video of going from the whole image put together and the point where it explodes. Well, that's an exciting thing to try. The next one I want to try here is an x-ray of an animal. You can use anything you want, just download the image and paste this prompt and enter. So it's going to transform this lizard into a realistic x-ray style visualization. It will keep the exterior faintly visible and clearly reveal the internal structure. Use a dark clinical background with crisp detail. There you have it. That's an x-ray of a lizard. You can try this with other animals. You can, if you're creating something that requires it to have an x-ray in it, you can, use something like this to make do of whatever. Then the remaining three prompts I want to also try in this video is not going to use an image to create something, but it's going to use a subject. So what I want to do is I want a blueprint style of a technical subject. So this technical subject I'm going to use here is software engineering, and let's see what this is going to produce for us. So the prompt for this is create a /blueprint style technical drawing of software engineering with white line work of a deep blue background, front and side views, dimensions, and concise labels. You can change any of these things in the prompt, but this is what I use for this one. And there you have it. This is what it produced. You can click on it to have a bigger view of, looking deep and see what is going on. Software engineering, UI, API service. Well, I think this explains what software engineering is. But if you want it for any other subject, you can change the software engineering and put what the subject is. The next one we have here is I'm going to create a hand-drawn educational sketch. So the prompt is create software engineering as a handwritten educational sketch on white paper. Add a few handwritten labels, arrows, and short notes. Keep it neat, friendly, and easy to understand. Now, this is especially good for students or anyone that is doing something and has like a couple of notes that they want it to be handwritten or hand drawn, and they want to print it out and have it somewhere they can always look at. So you can use this type of /hand drawn for any educational something, any educational subject that you want to have. It's looking like it was hand drawn or handwritten. And there you have it. We still did a hand drawn of software engineering. So this explains the software development life cycle, and you can read this and have it maybe printed out, or you can use it in your visuals or maybe slides and things like that. The next one is going to follow almost the same thing, but this one is just going to be on sticky note. So what is the prompt? Turn the key information about software engineering into a clean sticky notes board. Use 5 to 7 colored coded notes. Well, this you can change. If you don't want 5 to 7, you can change that. One short idea per note with a clear visual hierarchy and readable text. So you can use this if you're creating visuals or creating PowerPoint and creating slides. You can create a hand-drawn or a sticky notes board of that subject you're talking about. This will really look clean in your videos or in your slides or in your presentation. So any subject you're talking about, you can create a visual of that subject. There you have it. So he explained all the subjects. Going back to this one, it talked about the software development lifecycle, and is maybe talking the same thing with a sticky note. What each of those steps are in the life cycle of software deployment. Is looking at solve a problem. This visual is really good. You can add this. If you have something like this, you can also animate it and use it maybe in your slides or anything. I have more than 5 of this. I created free PDF with 30 ChatGPT visual prompts shortcuts you can copy and use with your own images. I'm going to put it as a resource in my school community. So join my community and you will see that resource for this video title. Search for this video title and you're going to find that video, find the post of that video and see the resource attached to that post. Well, follow me for more if you like content like this. If there's something more you want to see, I want to see that in the comment. Ask any questions and follow, like, subscribe, share this with your friends or anyone that is interested in things like this, and follow for more. So I will post more contents about AI and automation and all the tools that people are using now. Don't really get overwhelmed. I will see you in next one. Bye.